guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim and it is time for TBR Trail, Christmas TBR Trail Part 2. In case you didn't catch my last video, all throughout December I'm playing TBR Trail until it finishes. And I've already played one round, which I'll link down in the description if you wanted to go and check it out. And this is the second round. So I think I'm not going to explain anything here. If you want to go and check out my last video to see more details and things like that, and what kind of things I want to be reading in December, then please do. For this round I did what I did last time, in that I rolled the dice 4 times and then I did a poll on Twitter and Instagram and I got people to choose which book they preferred me to read, but I didn't give away the titles this time. Last time I did emojis, this time I just did a brief description of the book kind of thing. I also let my mum choose last time and this time too, and this time my boyfriend ended up choosing as well, so they've had their votes too. But yeah, so let's crack on with roll number 1. Okay guys, it's time for roll number 1 for week 2, and we are starting as usual with the blue team. And this little blue guy is so close to home, so that's pretty exciting. Okay, let's go. 6, double 6. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Candle in non-fiction, or I can take this guy home. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And go home. Well, I'm going to have to look at what's on the scroll now, aren't I? Because I'm playing it a bit differently this time. So, where's the camera? Right. And this one is... oh, A Heart So Fierce and Broken, which I've already read. Okay, so roll number 1 got me the blue scroll home, and I already looked at it because I had to know in advance, but it was The Heart So Fierce and Broken. I don't know if it's gonna... I always find it hard to focus when it's standing up like this for some reason. Anyway, I got The Heart So Fierce and Broken, but I've already read it. It's the 3rd book in the Cursebreaker series by Bridget Kemmerer, and the series finale. I read it earlier this year and I did enjoy it, so that's a success. But because I've already read what's on the scroll, that basically means that I get to choose any kind of fiction book that I want because it was in the fiction section. And so for this I decided to go with Obsidio, which is number 3 in the Illumicray files, because I thought it was kind of fitting to have another 3rd book from a series to read, and this completes this series as well. Also, I read at least Illuminae, I think, last Christmas, so this whole series reminds me of Christmas. I'm not going to go into what the Illuminae files is here, because I read the first 2 quite a while ago, so I think the details are blurred together between the 2 books, but you've basically got spaceships, you've got crazy chaos, sarcastic characters, sometimes too sarcastic for my taste, but yeah, there's just loads jam-packed in these books, and I'm sure that this final one is going to be just as crazy as well. They are literally written like they are a group of files about a case, so you feel like you've just been given the case file and you're reading through all the emails and the transcripts and the descriptions from the security cameras and drawings like diaries and things like that, and I thought it was just really cleverly done and I enjoyed that quite a lot. So yeah, that's what I chose for that prompt. And for my poll, I think I described it as space travel. Okay, it's time for Team Black. What have we got? Oh my god, that's loads. Is he gonna win? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you joking? This poor purple piece has to go right back to the start. So close to home though, so close to home. Unless this purple guy gets his revenge in a minute. We'll see. I really, really hope that doesn't happen. I feel like I've jinxed myself now. Anyway, so we're actually landed on a cat. So it's one of these blue ones. So let's see what it is. Oh no. Read the lowest rated book on your Goodreads that you own. That is nasty. And it's free choice, so it can literally be anything. And guys, I'm really scared. I'm really scared. And that can just go there. Okay, so prompt number 2 was to pick the lowest rated book on my Goodreads, which I wasn't that happy about. So I put this screenshot here to show you that I went onto my Goodreads and I organised it in the right kind of way, And it could be anything. It didn't have to be fiction or non-fiction, it could be either. And the least popular book on that list was The Survival Imperative: Using Space to Protect Earth by William E. Burroughs, which is right here. I actually used this as my mouse mat for my computer, so I was not amused at the thought of having to take it away. This is a really random book that I did try to start reading before, but what page did I get to? 34. And I don't think it was, I stopped because it was particularly bad. I think, to be honest, I can't remember now why I stopped. Maybe I just ran out of time in the month that I had to read it for, I'm not sure. It's basically a book where this guy is like, we have to protect Earth from all the natural disasters, from the possibility of an asteroid coming from outer space and hitting Earth, and this is what he has decided we should do to protect the Earth. And I put this up on the poll with the description of survival, with a little picture of the Earth. Okay, it's the purple team's go, so let's see what's going on here. And we've got 11. So this piece is not being jumped on, which is good. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh no, another challenge one. In non-fiction this time. Oh, this TBR is going to be disastrous, I can already tell. Okay, so let's see what this one is. Okay, it's one of these guys. And it is... read the highest rated book on your Goodreads TBR or story graph. Oh, there we go. There's ups and there's downs. But that's non-fiction, so it has to be the highest rated non-fiction book on my TBR. And so that can go there. TBR Trail does like to do things in twos. It likes to have opposites all the time, like since I played it throughout the 1.5 years that I've played this game. So this prompt was read the highest book on your Goodreads TBR, which I think I may have just previewed you in the corner of the screen there. Ignore that. But yeah, so I'll put the screenshot up here for you to have a look at, and I reordered it to the best book on the list according to Goodreads people, and it turned out to be We Crossed a Bridge and It Trembled by Wendy Perlman. This book is a collection of testimonies from people from Syria, and I wrote this on the poll as own voices. I know it's by Wendy Perlman and she is an American, but basically she spent 5 years going around and interviewing people from Syria, but all over the world, well, I think in 3 different continents it says. And this book is a collection of their testimonies. So it's not Wendy talking about the situation, explaining it in like academic terms or anything like that. It's literally pages and pages of, well, that's the introduction, so I'm sure she does give background to things. But it's literally pages and pages of different people talking about their own experiences with everything that happened. And yeah, just pages and pages of different people. So yeah, this is obviously very highly rated, and it's a book that I really do want to prioritise. So yeah, that was book number 3. Let's roll for the red team. And another high number, which means I could take this piece home, or I could get one of these guys out. So I think I'm going to get one of those guys out. So let me just manoeuvre myself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's a candle. No easy prompts for me this time. Oh my gosh. Okay, but fiction. Okay, nice bit of fiction. And this candle prompt has given me... oh, this is good. Read a book from the Gilmore Girls Reading Challenge. Now that doesn't mean mine and my mum's Gilmore Girls Reading Challenge, because that would be Little Dorrit, and I can't read that in 1 week. That means just any book on the Gilmore Girls Reading Challenge, so that's quite open. My final prompt was fiction, read a book from the Gilmore Girls Reading Challenge. Now, that is not the reading challenge that me and my mum are doing, that's something separate, which is still happening, it's just really, really slow, but I've convinced her that January is the month we're going to finish Little Dorrit. I don't want to DNF it because I'm not disliking it, it's just long, and trying to read it at the same time as mum, it becomes problematic because we've both got other stuff going on. But yeah, dedicating January to it, determined to finish Little Dorrit. Anyway, that aside, the prompt itself just means any book off of the Rory Gilmore reading list, so I literally just googled it up, yeah. And I thought I would look for a Christmassy book. Now, on the list, there is A Christmas Carol. And I do have A Christmas Carol, and I haven't read it yet. But then when I was looking at the list, I noticed that another Christmas book they had was How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss? Seuss? I actually don't know how to say it out loud. I don't think I ever have said it out loud. And The Grinch is my favourite Christmas movie, don't judge me, but I love it. With Jim Carrey, and I know Jim Carrey is very hit and miss for people, but I love Jim Carrey, and I love The Grinch. So I thought, why not treat myself and put How the Grinch Stole Christmas on the list and read that. So that's what I did. But there is a caveat to that because it is a very short book. So that's the book I'm using to fulfill the prompt. But if that book wins the poll, then I will also be reading something else too. And that book is Piranesi by Susanna Clarke, which is the book that I have to read for my book club that I do at home. And yeah, so this is also short as well. So I thought I would be cheeky and merge this into the Gilmore Girls challenge one as well, so it would have a chance as well to be on the list. Okay, so I added up everything from the poll, and the book with the least amount of points, with only 2 votes, was The Survival Imperative by William E. Burroughs, so I'm not going to be reading that this month. Then next up with 4 points was Obsidio, so I won't be reading this week. And so finally that leaves We Crossed a Bridge and It Trembled and also The Grinch. And I have to say this was another moment where Twitter voted one way and Instagram voted another way, which again, I don't know, just really interested me. It's just weird to me that there's not like one definite favourite either way. So in actual fact, We Crossed a Bridge and It Trembled won Twitter and The Grinch won Instagram. But overall, the Grinch won with 8 points and this one got 5 points. So I am officially going with The Grinch for the second week's read. I have to say though, I do really want to get to this, and so if I finish The Grinch and Piranesi in decent time in the second week, then I will pick this one up as well. Okay, so this time I didn't get any presents, which was sad, and I have to say, I didn't say this in my last video and I should have. I was actually inspired to do those challenges well, not in the little presents, but just challenges in general, because ages and ages ago Maddie from Book Browsing Blog did it in her TBR game, and I thought, aha, that's a really good way of doing it without having to read a book for everything. So I know I did it differently to Maddie, but I definitely wanted to give Maddie the credit for that because she definitely sparked the idea in my head when I watched her video. So behind me, I feel like I'm in a panto. Behind me I've got this bag. This is definitely panto. Anyway, and in this bag I put all the presents. They're in there because I thought, well, I want challenges. So I'm going to pick out a couple throughout the week while I'm vlogging. If I want to do extra challenges, then I can just pull from here. But I think I'm going to pull just 2 randoms for now. So yes, the first one that I'm going to pull out is this guy right here. And so I'm going to open it and see what it is. And this is, ooh, okay, recommend a book. I'll try and make it a book that I haven't mentioned on my channel before, just to keep things interesting. Okay, and for box number 2, another red one. Okay, if they're not too hard, then I'll pick a third one. And let's see what this one is. This is, oh, okay, this is an easy one, but a good one. This is Make a Donation. So that can be to anything. So I'll do that at some point during the week 2. During week 2. What? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to pick a third one because those 2 are pretty easy. I know I have got some difficult ones in here. Okay, so number 3 is another red one. I feel like I should throw that back and get a different colour, but I won't. Okay, and this is, ooh, okay, this is a nice one too. This is a money one. Gift someone a book. So that's nice. I will gift someone a book in that week too. So those are my 3 challenges. I'm going to stop there. And yeah, if I fancy pulling some more throughout the weeks, then I can do. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love to know if you actually knew what the books were, what you would have chosen. Like if you voted in the poll, would you have switched and voted for something different? Or even if you didn't vote for the poll, what would you have gone for now that you know the books? Probably not The Grinch, I'm guessing. But I don't know. It is Christmas, so I did know that people would probably edge towards something that was Christmas based. when they were voting in the poll. But yeah, now you know it's the Grinch, would you have voted for it? But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you're all having a lovely December, and I will see you later. Bye!